right, Paul Miller and Nightly News Hall of Famer Brian Christiana here with you for the second half of our doubleheader. The Lady Knights squeaked out to a victory 50-48 in the first game here against Berkeley. But the men's game will shape up to be a little bit different. Brian, Berkeley comes into this season at 0-3, losing to Penn State Hazleton, Penn State York, and Atlantis University in their last three contests.
Wow, that's interesting to hear, Paul. That really is interesting to hear.
Essentially, mostly a whole new squad, all from either Brooklyn, New York, Bronx, or Queens, or Staten Island. So 5 boroughs covered.
Yeah, 5 boroughs covered.
Here from Berkeley. So they did come a long way to be here with us today, and they're very, very excited. They saw the ladies lose a nail-biter on their end. So, trying to get back in. Knights come in at 1-6. Their last game, we did see a hard-fought game against the College of Southern Maryland back on November 14th, and they've dropped a contest 103 to 68 to Cheney. Allen had the shot there. Allen's having a pretty good year thus far. 18.8 points a game, only just 0.2 behind Nate Jean-Philippe. Demore is averaging about 13, so Philippe from downtown, no.
And corner 3 is always the toughest one there, Paul, so it's going to be, got to see what we can do defensively.
What I would say is, Central Penn does struggle with a size issue in that Allen is probably the tallest player, at least in their starting lineup, though that's debatable. But they really don't have that center. I'd say, again, Allen is that guy, but he's also can shoot from the outside. Ahead to Demore. Bright with the turnover. Bright and Hines among the top scoring people for Berkeley. Maldonado can't get that to fall. Nice play.
And the foul.
Khalil Dukes, the sophomore, averaging 8.7 points a game in 25 minutes.
Khalil Dukes, overall, he's a well-rounded player. Fully developed. I mean, he's very tall there. Again, built solid, so he could be a really good key contributor here today.
No question. And Dukes gets that one to go for an early 3-0 lead. And that's going to be out of bounds and still be Berkeley ball.
And I'm glad to see Jaime Orr back on the court.
Absolutely.
I've known Jaime Orr for, oh my goodness, 3+ years now. And he's just an overall good guy, good athlete, and he's very high basketball IQ.
And they go for the alley-oop there, no good. Moore was looking for Bruner. Demore all the way to the rack, but can't find any help outside the Orr. Looks like they're going to try to... Dukes, nice spin move. What a shot.
Like I said, Paul, very well-rounded player.
Duke's already halfway to his season average in the first 2 minutes. Abdelin out there, number 2. Bruner at number 0. A nice fadeaway jumper there for Bruner, making it 5-2.
And just so people know, this is the matchup on the schedule that our college always looks for.
Absolutely.
Berkeley is always the team that we play tough against and struggled sometimes. Again, always played tough. Some classic matchups have been played in this gym against Berkeley.
Without question. Inside to Demore, and a nice jumper there. Very nice start here for the Knights, 7-2. Abdelin from outside, can't get that one to go.
Oh, good play there. Good pass there by Allen, really good pass.
What a shot. And that's only a 2. 2:50 left in the first half.
I
Orr
mean-
from downtown.
Muir, good player overall, good shot, lined his feet up.
Again, you can always keep up with our scores if you go to centralpennknights.com and click on the men's basketball schedule. You'll see a live stats button. Click on there and that'll keep you updated. We'll try to do our best as well. Big steal into the more. What a blast by Allen.
Good play.
Pretty simple bucket there from Bright, but you know we'll take it. 12-6, the Knights with a 6-point lead. Philippe kind of in a rough spot there.
Yeah, that's always one of the toughest spots on the floor to be stuck.
Dukes with the ball. Oh, had Philippe open. And down inside to Allen with a double team and a steal.
I didn't like how Allen gave up on that play when the ball got away from him. Usually you go after it, but
Bruner from downtown, no
good
love.
rebound by Allen.
Allen definitely one of our stronger rebounders. And you're going to get him for a charge.
He had Jean-Philippe wide open on the left wing.
DeMore averaging 7.3 while Allen comes in at 5.0 rebounds on the season.
And that's going to be a big part. If you look at Berkeley out on the court, they're pretty lengthy. They're pretty tall, pretty athletic. So you're going to need a lot of rebounding out of Kadir Allen.
DeMore, despite his size, is almost like a power forward. I mean, he certainly can shoot, but he is a pit bull underneath the rim, which is something that the Knights really need. Holmes out to Bruner. Those are shots you do not want to let Berkeley take. DeMore after a big rebound from Dukes. What a play from DeMore. Looking for the foul, didn't get it. Knights still lead by 6. A little short there from Combs. And Philippe out ahead. That's how you play transition basketball.
That is good transition. Good job by Nate Philippe there to get the 2 points. Good layup.
And it's 14-6. Again, the Knights start off hot.
One thing I always liked about Nate Jean-Philippe, you saw him there lined up with number 15 for Berkeley. The biggest guy on the court. He's not afraid of anybody.
Outside to Combs. And out of bounds, trying to get it down low to Kenneth Hines. The 6'6" freshman from Brooklyn.
6'6". That's a big boy.
Hines has been dominant this year. Good block by Dukes. And Nate all the way. And that's good.
Great play there. Great play there by Jean-Philippe.
Hines has had 16 plus.
Now Allen's in foul trouble.
Hines has had 16 plus every game this season, so he's obviously, the offense runs through him. I would be very concerned if Allen does get himself into foul trouble here because he's really going to be the person guarding Hines. Already 2 fouls on Allen to your point. I would imagine if he gets a third, he's going to be sitting for quite some time. But they did pull him off the floor, so interesting to see who covers Hines.
I like how they're going zone defense here, Paul.
I mean, I have to be honest, if they think that Conti is going to be able to keep Hines in front of him, I'm not sure that that's going to work too well. But a big bucket there for number 11. Right. It's 16-8. And this near steal, Dukes comes back up with it, and down there to Conti, and he misses the layup.
Misses the layup. A big layup there. Gotta make that though.
What a move Tayshawn Moore takes out 2 Knights. Not sure what they called on, if they called that on to Moore. But I'll tell you what, this is not good for the Knights already with 3 early fouls.
Yeah.
With not even just over 7 minutes done. I'm going to look for Ali Artharfi, averaging 9.1. I think they're really going to need his size today. He is one of the taller players on the team. And again, I think with Allen already getting into foul trouble, I think we're going to see a good bit of Artharfi today, even though, again, only 9.1 points a game. Now, we're also going to look for an effort from Tyree Alexander, number 23. He has played 7 contests this year and averaging about 17 minutes a game. I would think DeMoore is going to have a lot to say as well today.
It's going to be a big, important game for your main guys for the night.
And a steal, a really tough pass, Combs.
That was on Jean-Philippe, their call. Jaime Orr threw it up in the air, and he has to go to the ball.
Yes.
You gotta go. You can't let the ball come to you. You gotta go.
Very, very good. Hey, Central Penn College fans, rest easy knowing the experts at Select Physical Therapy are on the sidelines ready to help you and your team in times of need. With convenient locations nearby, getting back in the action is close to home. Go to selectphysicaltherapy.com to find a location near you and start your journey to recovery. Go Knights!
Go Knights!
Well, Brian, you know, we talked a little bit earlier in the first game about some new information that we got, that you're a coach of 5th and 6th grade team.
Yeah.
How did you get involved in that? Do you have a family member on your team?
Yeah, I do have a family member on the team, so I just got involved, and yeah, we're getting ready for games to be starting soon.
Oh, you didn't even start your season yet?
We've only had practice, no games.
We're in trouble, but does get it to the ball. And it throws a pick to Combs. That's 2 steals in a row. And this is no good there, but falls right into the lap of Bright. And now they have to go inside. They've got such a mismatch here. Hines has got this all day long. I'll be honest with you. This is going to be a long day for Central Penn if that's what it's going to look like every time down, because Hines, and again, no disrespect to Conti, but he's nowhere near the size. Now this is where you're going to see Alfarfi, and this is the person I said to keep an eye on in terms of, they got lucky there that they called that one out of bounds, because there was another turnover and easy score.
No, it was a foul, actually. Late foul was called.
This press is something that Central Penn does not react well to. DeMoore splits the defense. Orr had the shot, but goes baseline.
I like that from Hines.
What a shot there for Philippe. Couldn't quite get it to go. But
that was exactly what you should do, though, Paul. Penetrate, kick out. If that's the type of offense you're going to play.
Right from downtown. And Dukes with the big rebound. And then Philippe's got the 3. No good, but they're going to get a foul on the floor. I'm not sure who. Looks like they called it on number 3. Tayshawn Moore, the 5'10" guard from Brooklyn. Only number 12, Combs, is a senior. The rest are all freshmen and sophomores. Excuse me, Bruner is also a junior. Have you ever been to New York City, Brian?
Oh yeah. I went with the college during the last time I was in New York City was with the college. So
I'm actually getting ready to go up in a couple of weeks. Yeah, we're going to go to a Broadway show. It's my wife's Christmas gift.
That's cool.
She's always wanted to go up over the holidays. DeMoore comes up a little light.
You'll have a good time. You really will.
As long as it's not freezing cold or snowing, yes, I believe we will have fun.
You'll have a good time.
Alfarfi, the tap. Really not sure what he was doing there. Now he's got Philippe wide open, but gosh, 3-on-1. Do you really take that risk, especially after multiple turnovers doing the same type of thing?
I'm just reading more about Ali.
Oh! Demore took a tough spill there, and I'll tell you what, that's a pretty common theme from the games we've played thus far. Demore holding his abdomen. Hopefully he's okay. I'll tell you what, this guy takes more shots than anybody I've seen. Hope he's okay.
We need him today. They really need him, and I think Allen's going to come back in for him.
Well, he's going to have to be really careful, and you know what? Berkeley knows that he's in foul trouble. They know they have the advantage in the low post. I would almost rotate Allen off of Hines and move him to more the 4, and then maybe keep Demore down inside, or Alfarfi's probably going to get Hines. I think Alfarfi could play a huge role today, if not on offense, defense for sure. And Demore. Can't get that one to fall. Knights still have a 5-point lead, 16-11 with 11 minutes left here in the first half. What a move, but does not get a clean shot off. From downtown, Combs, the big shot.
6-0 run here, Paul.
The senior comes up with a big shot. And again, this is really tough. This is really tough in terms of, trying to match up with this team. But the Knights are playing hard. Demore comes off, Allen back in the game, but keep an eye on him with 2 fouls. It does look like Alfarfi is going to stick with Hines down low. And also number 1. Unfortunately, we do not have a number 1 on our roster sheet that we got off of the Berkeley website, so I apologize that I will not know his name. And Alfarfi right through his hands. Those are the types of things that'll come back to haunt you, Brian.
Yeah, that's a big turnover. Nice.
And Lewis.
Good play there by the Knights. Good play.
Really surprised, though, about Allen and how aggressive he was on that last defensive series.
Got to be careful. 2 fouls.
I mean, I would imagine if he gets another foul, he's going to be out for certainly the rest of the half. From downtown for Cecil, won't get it to go. And then another turnover by Dukes. And more. Coach Gary Martin not pleased with the last couple of possessions. Good passing, good ball movement there. You got Lewis open in the wing. Allen from deep. Oh. And more all the way. Ooh. Interesting that Hines, on the defensive possessions, he's guarding Allen. On the offensive possessions, he's being guarded by Alfarfi. I'm interested in that because Allen has a lot of speed and should be able to drive right past him. But if Allen's out on the wing,
That's the right call there.
then that's taking Hines away from the painted area, which I think is also an advantage for Central Penn.
100% Paul.
Demore will be back in for Alfarfi with 9:31 left, and the Knights with an 18-16 lead.
Again, Central Penn was up 16-8.
From way downtown from Combs, no dice. And now they're going to get Dukes.
Khalil Dukes is playing very well.
Oh, without a doubt.
He's playing really tough down low. Again, Coach Martin's running a zone defense, so he's going up against usually the 4 guy, the 4.
Inside to number 1. Almost a turnover, but Cecil came up with it. Moore, the drive, and outside to Coombs for 3. No good. And can Dukes keep this one in bounds? He does. Allen for Orff. Pulled up. Pass on the shot. No. And they're going to get him a charge on that all day long.
It's his 3rd foul, Paul. Third foul.
I just don't understand what happened there. He clearly should have taken the 3. He had nobody there, and then what does he do? He ends up passing on the shot and getting his 3rd foul. I doubt we see Allen, at least for the rest of this half, with 8:51 left. And only a 2-point lead, and size that we need in terms of both Hines and you have number 13, Raheem Swinton, the 6'3" forward.
Oh, good thanks.
Impressive shot there from number 5, Jason Cecil. This game is tied. And this press defense is not something that Central Penn likes. They have to call a foul on that. .26 left. Philippe checks in for Lewis. Dukes the inbound, and they go right back to him. And a steal. Coombs doesn't get that one to fall.
And look who's there, Paul.
Great
smallest guy on the court.
Or to DeMoore with a hand in his face, and I think he got a piece. They're going to call a foul from a 3-point. So that's going to be 3 free throws for DeMoore. DeMoore on the season, Brian, 66% free throws.
So again, these are very important shots here for the Knights. Got to get to the line, get those baskets in. Dunk on somebody.
Well, we're going to take a quick check-in on the box score. Khalil Dukes leading the way with 5. Nate, Jean-Philippe, and DeMoore with 4 apiece. And, of course, we'll see what happens with his free throws. And Jaime Orr with 3 points. But the big issue, the story of the first half thus far is our second leading scorer having 3 fouls in the first 12 minutes of the game.
Yep, it's tough.
Moore hits the number 2. This is a big free throw here. Not sure what the ref just said to him. DeMoore can't get the 3rd one.
He gets another free throw because of a violation.
Why does he look upset? And the 3rd for DeMoore. He gets that one to go.
That's huge, Paul.
I was going to say, who knows to what extent that actually comes into play.
That is huge.
Number 1 from way downtown, no good. DeMoore the rebound. Nearly gets his pocket picked and does. Ooh. Still Berkeley ball there.
A lot of turning events there, Paul. One, it looked like the player from Berkeley got kicked in the face.
I saw that too.
Yeah. Second of all, looked like it could have been a foul on Berkeley there. But then it ended up being a kickball, Berkeley ball.
Hines back in the game, the 6'6" freshman from Brooklyn.
It's a big boy.
He looks like he's about 25.
And there's another turnover.
.732 left. Knights lead by 3. Alfarfi checked back in. And now DeMoore goes baseline. What an up and under.
He's a good basketball player, Paul. He's playing really well today.
What I like about Demore is he's a great all-around player. He can shoot, he can make free throws, great defender, and he's got more hustle than probably most people I've ever seen. That shot does bring the Knights lead back to only 3, but Philippe for 3, and that goes!
Good shot by Nate Philippe there.
Big shot that extends his lead to 6.
I'm looking over at the Select Medical scoreboard here, Paul, and the big part is, look at the foul.
7-5 early on.
Yep, that's going to be a big part. You got to take advantage, get to the rim, try to get fouled.
Well, just in taking a look at the stats for this point, it being, again, you can always go to centralpennknights.com and click on the schedule so you can get more information about our live stats. For Berkeley, Mark Combs, number 1, with 7 points. We also see Usangu is number 1. For Central Penn, Demore with 9. Philippe with 7 and that big 3 just a moment ago, and Dukes with 5. A 6-point lead for the Knights with 6:52 left in the first half. Puts it down on the floor, does Combs, and trying to get inside too.
They had Abdulin right there in the corner, wide open for the 3 pop. They missed out on a big opportunity.
I will say Hines all the way back on defense there. Pretty impressive. Philippe inside to Demore. Inside to Demore, and the foul. I'll tell you what, this poor guy takes more abuse out here on the floor than anybody.
He's playing really well today. Playing good offense, good defense. Him and Khalil Dukes, with the help from Nate Jean-Philippe, they're playing great basketball today.
(27-20) with 6:35 left. Wanted to thank Dalton Kohler, our producer today. We also have Blake Myers from the Nightly News covering the game, and Dylan Bowman on photography, in addition to myself and Nightly News Hall of Famer Brian Christiana.
You the man, Paul. You the man.
Hey, you're the Hall of Famer. I'm not. Maybe someday I can induct myself. But nice screen and roll there, looking for the alley-oop. Nate down or back to Dukes for 3. Unfortunately, you can't get that one to go, or almost had the opportunity. That easily could have been called a travel there for Combs, but they didn't blow the whistle. And they go inside to 0. Bruner, big play there.
That was good, Paul. That was a good play.
For the hoop and the foul.
Now hard. He has to be better down below, Paul. Got to play smart. If you're going to hit a guy and foul him down below, don't let him get the shot. Don't.
Be like Micah Parsons out there and just take him down.
Oh, man.
Only the 4th game of the season here for Berkeley. They've got a couple coming up in the next couple. Actually, Brian, 4 games in the next 8 days, starting this coming up Friday to the following Saturday. So they got a pretty big stretch coming up here, including this game today, of course. Al Tharfi puts it on the floor. This could be huge. And, of course, nobody there to gather the rebound, and a 4-point lead could be reduced even farther. East Penn High School is where we're coming to you today. Again, our next broadcast will be next Saturday. Brian and I will be back here with you at Bucks County Community College.
I'm interested to see. I might be in. Is that a new team on the schedule, Paul?
We play them a lot in baseball, and I believe that they are in our division.
They're in the division.
So I think that was one of the reasons why we see
they're now for basketball.
Don't recall if we played them in basketball, but you know, we've been doing this for a few years now, so hard to say who we played and who we haven't. Inside to Hines. Good defense by Dukes, but they're going to have that all day with Allen off of the floor. and Altharfi at this point. This is a really small lineup for the Knights, which I don't understand with Hines in the game. I can understand going small when Hines is off the floor. Nice floater from Lewis. I'm pleasantly surprised with his efforts today.
Yeah, ultimately you see Khalil Dukes playing the center spot.
And again,
that's it.
I mean, this isn't even fair. Finally, somebody gets a rebound. Coach Gary Martin's got to get some size in this game. I don't care who it is, if it's Altharfi, if it's, Conti was in here earlier. Somebody has got to come in and give some assistance here to Dukes, because there's no disrespect to Dukes, but he just cannot guard Hines.
Correct.
And then, of course, here comes Altharfi, subbed in for Orr, and I think that's going to be a huge substitution for the Knights. That third foul from Allen was just massive. Inside to DeMoore, blocked! Bright with the huge block, number 11 for Berkeley.
You see the ref catch the ball like it was absolutely nothing. Like, that was pretty cool.
Looking for DeMoore in the corner. The drive. Nice spin, trying to do it all himself. Dukes to Philippe.
Dukes got away with a block at the end.
A lot of hands right there.
Dukes for three. Banks it in.
Yeah, that's a good shot there by Dukes.
That should be worth at least 4, right? Remember the old Rock and Jock basketball where there were the little stickers on the floor and you could pull up and hit like a 10-point shot?
I don't know that one.
Maybe just a little bit before your time.
Yeah,
it's got to be on YouTube. DeMoore has the 3 ball open. That would have been huge if the Knights could have done that with only a 3-point lead. And that's going to be Berkeley ball. Dukes has got to go after that ball. Regardless of what side, Dukes has got to go after that ball. He let it bounce out of bounds, and all he had to do was pick it up. .347 left. Paul Miller and Brian Christiana here from East Penn High School. Knights have a 3-point lead. We're going to go to a timeout. Brian, what are you impressed by with the Central Penn Knights? I know this is the first time you're calling a game with them this year. What are some things that you're looking for?
Defense. I like the zone defense. I always have been a fan of zone defense. And Coach Martin's running it well today. I mean, we haven't seen many 3-point shots come out of it for Berkeley, but that's been the big thing. For lack of size, they're not the tallest team. They're hanging in. I mean, they have the lead right now. So.
They're tough.
They are.
What I'll tell you is, I know that Berkeley sees the advantage they have with Hines.
Yep.
Now, granted, Hines is not going to play 40 minutes by any stretch of the imagination. But what I can tell you is he's played 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and 39 minutes. So he's going to be playing for most of the game.
He gets a good run every night.
Here's your problem. With Allen already having 3, if he is on Hines, they're going to go right after him.
Yeah.
And so the other guys have to rotate to Hines and double team him immediately when he gets the ball down the paint. Again, right there. He puts DeMoore on the floor. DeMoore needs to get out of there.
And that's always a scary situation when you're on the floor like that. A bunch of feet going around.
Yeah, they should call a timeout right there. I don't like that play. I know that there was just a timeout, but this is not what the Knights want to do. Good defense by DeMoore, but still nothing coming out of it. And Altharfi, can he come up with the rebound? Somehow it's Berkeley ball, even though that we would have the arrow. 30-29.
I'm not sure if that was called a foul or
I'm at a loss myself. Moore gets the inbound with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Going down to Bruner. They're going to get to Moore for stepping out of bounds. from the corner. Can't get that one to go, and Ali Alfarfi again drops the rebound.
I don't know what's going on with him, Paul.
I think they need to regroup here if I'm Coach Mark.
He's taking bad shots. He's dropping the ball. Like he's having a rough day.
I get Hines is definitely a handful, but he's got to be more prepared. So just about under 3 minutes to go. The Knights clinging to a 1-point lead here. Let's take a peek at the box score. Bruner leads Berkeley with 9, including 4 of 9 from the field and 3 rebounds, followed by the senior Combs, number 12, with 7. For the Knights, DeMonte DeMore with 10, including 3 of 7 from the field, and Khalil Dukes with 8, followed by Philippe with 7. The big problem that we've had today is the 3 quick fouls on Quadre Allen. And I got to be honest with you, him being the second leading scorer, not having him out there is really taken away from some of our offensive firepower.
Yes, it has. Again, they got to get him in just to be. He's a very focal point of the offense. He's one of the leaders on this team. They got to get him away and get him back.
And still 3 minutes of no Allen. And that's assuming he comes back at the beginning of the second half, which he may not. Philippe.
Good shot.
What a scoop. Very impressive from Nate Jean-Philippe. And Philippe with the steal. What a play. This is what we like to see from our captain. That extends the lead to 5 with 2:21 left here in the first half. Philippe trying to go for the steal again.
That's not him, he's not a shooter. Keep throwing them pennies up.
Or can he hang on to it? He does. And a no-look to Alfarfi.
Good shot. Good shot.
Big confidence booster for Alfarfi. Big bucket for the Knights. 1:45 to go. All around the three-point line until finally Moore drives to the hoop, Hines the rebound, and that's again.
It's going to happen.
It's a mismatch.
Yep.
And not only is Hines a factor on offense, he is on the defense too, because you can't go down low because we just can't match up with him in the post.
He's a big guy.
Alfarfi's got a similar height, but just doesn't have the weight. 8 seconds on the clock. Nate, the step back jumper, can't get that one to go.
Gotta get back, gotta get back.
Looking for that alley-oop for a third time, and 0 for 3 on all 3 of those. I don't know why they're looking for showtime here. Nice move by Duke.
Play by Khalil Duke, man.
Fantastic effort from Duke. Down inside Alfarfi, the steal. He's got Philippe wide open down the field. Down the court, sorry. Another big play by Philippe. Huge play there from Nate Jean-Philippe, and Nate's come alive.
He has. Again, that fast break has really helped him out. He's making tough layups, Paul, because a lot of those guys coming after him, it causes pressure. As they say, you hear the footsteps.
Now let's go back. You played basketball in high school?
Yeah, I did.
And what position were you?
I was very fortunate that I have a body that I could have played almost anywhere except bringing the ball up. Let's go with that.
And what was your record in high school that you remember?
Oh man, so my freshman year, we had a solid team. We did make playoffs in PIAA. I would say honestly, my junior year, we didn't really again, we were like 500 all throughout my time, but my junior year when I played JV, it was me and a bunch of others, because we had a lot of players. We ended up going 18-4,
Wow.
19-3, yeah. And I mean, being a starter on that team, yeah, that was good.
A Mount Carmel legend.
No Mount Carmel, no, just but Mount Carmel, I mean, it's their basketball's getting better, and looking forward to doing those games.
Coal Region MVP Brian Christiana.
All right, I'll take that.
All right, back here with you. Only 20 seconds left here in the first half. We're going to take a short break at halftime. But Brian, in our last 20 seconds, what are the keys to victory for the Knights?
Right now is going to be staying out of foul trouble. I mean, foul trouble, just making sure they're keeping momentum on their side, cutting turnovers, Paul, just playing smart basketball overall.
Other than Allen, there isn't any foul trouble for them.
Again,
Not entirely sure what's happening here.
Screw up on the official, honestly.
I think he was noticed that there was no shot clock, but there's only 3 seconds left, so the
official.
shot clock was off. With only 3 seconds left, that's a massive downplay to Berkeley, but he's going to give Holmes that wide open shot.
I honestly thought that benefited Berkeley there, because the offense wasn't getting anywhere. They got to reset, and look, they got a quick 3 points. So,
well, I got to be honest with you, that was certainly not the way we wanted the first half to end. That being said, we'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second half of this game. In the meantime, it's Central Penn Knights 40, Berkeley 34. We'll be right back after the half. All right, we are back here with you at East Penn High School. About a minute left, we will kick you back up. Well, 40 to 34 here in this contest. Knights lead by 6. 1 minute until the second half starts. We kind of took a look before halftime and talked about some of the things we'd like to see Central Penn do here in the second half. But the biggest thing, in my opinion, is keeping Quadier Allen out from getting any more fouls. It's a major issue in the first half here. But, you know, the Knights aren't really any worse for the wear. Philippe finished the first half with 13. Dukes and Demore also in double digits. And Jaime Orr with 3 points as well. But Allen, 3 fouls. The only other person with multiple fouls is Alfarsi, so we also have to keep an eye on that as well, because basically those are the 2 guys that we're deploying to try to slow down Hines on Berkeley. Should be an interesting second half, Brian. At least we've gotten a good game and a half of basketball to this point.
This should be a very interesting half. It's going to be very important for Central Penn, like you said. Overall, I mean, I can nitpick everything, but they got to just play smart basketball overall, keep momentum on their side, and they can win.
Absolutely.
That's it. Simple as that. So again, just going to be playing good overall basketball. Berkeley, they just got to make sure they're slowing down Dior for a second. Not letting Jean-Philippe get those layups going down the court. It's going to be really important for Berkeley to just keep that momentum on their side.
Huge couple series to end that first half, to your point, Brian, where Nate really did a great job of not only getting turnovers, taking it the whole way.
And also just, you're not even seeing Quadier. Allen's not even starting the second half.
I don't know that we see him until about 10 minutes left in this game, Brian.
Yeah, you're going to have to be careful. And you know what? I mean, the big thing for Berkeley also, and obviously the coaches aren't there great. Don't try to get out-coached in this situation. Don't make mental mistakes. It's a small thing.
Not sure what Berkeley's trying to do. Berkeley's just trying to take the ball, and it's not their ball. Dukes to inbound to Orr. Let's see how it goes here in the second half. Dukes. The Knights only with 2 more contests before the break. They'll be back here Saturday with Bucks County Community College, and the following Tuesday they'll be on the road at Manor, and then they will be back on Saturday, the 7th at Penn State York. But the next game that we will be doing, Brian, is in the new year, that is all the way back on the 17th of Williamson Tree on a Tuesday evening. Dukes hits the first, misses the second. Bruner the rebound. Looks like they're going to go down inside. Hines not on the floor to start the second half either. Partially blocked, but Moore comes up the rebound. Oh, and the tap goes in. Moore with the basket. It's 41-36. I also think that it may have been because Hines is on the bench that Allen didn't come back in. Do we see Allen when Hines comes back into this contest? Demore to Philippe. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Someone's got to shoot. And that's going to be a shot clock violation on the Knights.
Man, and good thing that the ball didn't hit the rim there, because that's an open back foul. And you said you got to make sure keeping careful with his fouls. That would have been another one.
Yeah, because if he gets to 3 as well, that's not good. The shot there, the open look. Dukes can't come up with the rebound.
Right call there. Yep.
Yo, Lil, get to the rim. After a couple swings, Lil, get to the rim.
Knights hold on to a 5-point lead with 18:37 left. Abdulin from outside, nice pass, but can't get it to go.
I was going to say,
He is out of bounds.
Let's go with this ball. He didn't try to save it. That was going to be Berkeley ball, so he probably should have stayed away.
I think it was sort of borderline. But yeah, you just don't know in that position.
Yeah.
Duke's inbound to Nate. Got to be really careful to get this ball over the line. And Duke's good pass from Demore.
He has to go. Yep.
Nice step back jumper. Nate has been on fire today.
Looked like he got fouled there as well.
A 7-point differential. From outside, Bruner can't get it to go. Duke's the rebound. The longer they can keep Allen on the bench, the better.
Oh, and that's a goal.
100% goaltend. So that'll go for Nate. Nate Jean-Philippe has been on fire here.
Having a great overall game. I mean, we're up by 9 now.
And I would say this is sort of a dire time, again, with arguably one of our best players haven't played for nearly an entire half of this game. Abdul in the ball fake, I'm not sure what he was trying to do, draw contact, but didn't get it. I mean, that was clearly a situation of him trying to throw himself into somebody else, which sometimes you get that call, sometimes you don't. He seemed like his mind boggled, though, that he didn't get the call. Or Al-Sarfi, nice, puts the ball on the floor, but geez, just can't get that easy shot. Dukes to Nate for 3.
Oh, good shot. That was an overall good shot there by Philippe.
Still a 9-point lead with 17 minutes left in this contest. Abdullah not happy.
They missed the feet shuffle there, Paul.
He was acting like there was nothing wrong.
Good block by Duke, Paul.
Coombs returns, still no Hines. I'm interested. With the number of minutes Hines has been playing, I'm interested as to why he's not in this contest right now. It really only benefits Central Penn.
Good shot.
Hines only with 1 foul, so we hope he's okay. 13 seconds on the shot clock for Philippe. Nice move to the basket. Can't quite get it to fall, though.
Too far under the rim there, Paul.
Thomas, his first attempt of the game. Really surprised Coombs didn't end up out of bounds there, but they didn't call it. And Demore
Another turnover.
takes another spill.
Oh, no. Must have been that. Must have been a real hard screen.
DeMonte Demore is down.
You see the select physical therapy therapist there to try to help. And look who we see coming back in, Paul.
Allen with 16 minutes. It hasn't been back since about 11 minutes left in the first half. $16 minutes remaining. The Knights hold on and cling to a 7-point lead. Now Allen back in the game. It's a fresh sight to see him. Dukes the shot, and that'll go. A 9-point lead for the Knights. Can they close this out? Still no Hines for Berkeley. Boom. What a foul away. Can't get it to go, though. Bruner the big rebound. And they're going to get Alfarfi for his third. So I think Alfarfi's going to have to take a seat.
I love that. The leadership of Nate Philippe there. Going right to Alfarfi, just telling him we need rebounds. That's what we need. We don't need fouls, we need rebounds right now.
Well, now Alfarfi and Allen both with 3. So the end of this game could be sort of hinging upon can they stay in the game. .47-40, 15-12 remaining. Alfarfi has got to be careful. Allen's got to be careful. Now this press. The Knights do not typically do well against this press. Allen inside to Dukes. Nice play.
Every time that Berkeley seems to try to get momentum going, the Knights are right there. So, again, this is a big improvement from what I've personally seen since last year.
Well, and again, 1-6 on the season. They still are not out of it. They put together a run here. Big rebound there by Allen. Allen still has not scored today.
Until then,
almost like I think Romo on Thanksgiving saying about the kicker hadn't missed a field goal all season, only to miss it.
Yeah, the Detroit kick.
Big Alfarfi rebound there and taking it all the way to Orr to Philippe for 3. What a shot! Huge 3-point play for Nate. Jean-Philippe bringing the Knights to a 12-point lead with 14:04 left in this contest. The Knights are excited. Just remember, rest easy knowing the experts at Select Physical Therapy are on the sidelines ready to help you and your team in times of need. With convenient locations nearby, getting back in the action is close to home. Go to selectphysicaltherapy.com to find a location near you and start your journey to recovery. About 14 minutes left. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard in terms of the box score.
Select Physical Therapy scoreboard.
There you go. On the Select Physical Therapy box score, Nate Jean-Philippe leads all scorers with 17 points. Khalil Dukes with 15 and 7 rebounds, followed by DeMonte DeMore with 10. On Berkeley, Combs, number 12, has 12, and Bruner has 11. Hines, still not in the game, not entirely sure what is going on with him. He's one of their top scorers. He's one of the people with the most minutes. He just hasn't been playing nearly as much.
Great job by the cheerleaders, Paul.
And here we go. Ryan, 14 minutes left. This should be an exciting ending.
It should be, Paul. It should be.
Although you can't do much better than hitting the game-winning shot on the last possession, like in the first game.
Oh my goodness, that was a bolt of a rush of adrenaline there, Paul. We've seen some great games here over the years. Still remember Jalen Burton-Jones.
Absolutely.
If you remember that one.
Alfarfi gets a finger on that ball and the rebound. Jaime Orr can't get it to go. And Dukes can't quite come up with it. Oh, shocked Allen didn't get that fourth.
I was afraid there, Paul.
52-42, a 10-point lead with 13 minutes. If I am Central Penn, I'm really starting to try to bleed this clock a little bit. Obviously, you want to remain aggressive, but at the 13-minute mark right now, on a 6-5, 4, or from way downtown, we're going to have 1 second left on the shot clock to get something up. got to heave it. And that's a turnover anyway.
There's a turnover.
Another turnover going back the other way.
Central Penn locked out there, Paul. That could have been worse.
Still a 10-point cushion. Or wide open, looking for Dukes. Nearly turns it over. Allen from downtown.
Good bucket there. Good bucket.
Huge bucket for the Knights to extend their lead to 13. The largest lead of the game for either men's or women's team. Can't get that one to go. Back to Bruner. Can't get that one to go. Back to Bruner. Allen,
to Nate.
3-on-1.
There you go.
Dukes with the layup.
Oh, if you would have told me before this game that one of these teams would be up by 15, especially saying Central Penn up by 15, I'd tell you it might be nuts.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Brian. I did call the increased role for Al-Farfi today, and he's played well. I like seeing that he's getting some more minutes. I mean, he'd only averaged 9 minutes a game coming into today, 9.1. What we don't see is Tyree Alexander. We also haven't seen anything from Demadrick Green today. It looks like both of them in street clothes. So I guess we could try to find out what's going on with those two, but they are not playing today. And essentially, they're running like a 7 to 8 man rotation here.
Yeah, but so, you know what, anymore, amongst college, professional, high school, that's becoming the normal 8 man, roughly around 8 people. Yep.
Bruner comes up with the loose ball there, and Hines back in the game. And Hines gets the rebound. Really interested in why Hines, unless they're just trying to have him play the rest of this game and they wanted to sit him. But gosh, Brian, with Hines not being on the floor, Central Penn's really extended this lead. So I don't know if, not entirely sure what the coach's thought process is, but he is back on the floor now, and this is where you have to be careful, Brian, because they clearly have an advantage with Hines.
Yeah. So, Paul, we're going sidebar for a second, all right? Last night, I went to see the Penguins last night.
Sure.
They scored 1 goal last night. They lost 5-1.
Okay.
They are leading the Hershey Bears right now, 7-3.
Wow. Nice back-to-back.
Bears have they're the number one team in the AHL.
Their team's always been really good.
Yep.
I'm not a huge Bears fan, but I'm sure that they've made the playoffs almost every single season.
They may, yeah, more times than not.
Nice move by DeMore.
That was a great play, Paul.
DeMonte DeMore, that puts him at 12.
Right at the big guy. Right at the big guy.
It's like Dukes is on Hines. Combs from outside, no love. I don't know if that's basket interference.
Out of bounds.
Okay.
Out of bounds.
I mean, I do know you're not just allowed to go up and hang on the rim. Only a couple seconds left to get it over, and that almost could have been a travel from Allen, but Nate for 3. There we go. And Brian, I think that could about do it.
I'm not saying anything.
Of course not, but a 19-point lead with only 10:38 to go. .10:38 left. It's 62-43.
Yeah, I'm not underestimating Berkeley at all, Paul. They're tough.
Let's take another look at the box score. Nate Jean-Philippe with 23 points, followed by Khalil Dukes with 17, and DeMore with 12. Nate is looking a pretty good chance to take home the Nightly News Player of the Game honors. On the other hand, Bruner with 13, Combs with 12, and Moore, number 3, with 7. Kenneth Hines, only 2 of 7 from the field for 5 points. Paul Miller and Brian Christiana here. The Nightly News Hall of Famer Brian Christiana. Brian will be joining me on the broadcast this season, along with Tyler Coleman, Kevon Davis, and Dalton Kohler.
I'm very impressed with these guys that you have, Paul. I really like Kevon. I'm no Blake. I gave Blake his tour here.
Wow.
I mean,
Blake is going to be doing our stories for us.
He's been a great kid. I'm proud of all of them, what they've done. And Kevon one day will work for a baseball team.
Absolutely.
He's going to do well. I'm proud of them all.
And also Dylan Bowman as our photographer. Hines with the bucket. And he's going to go to the line for 3. As you can see, ever since Hines has been in this game, he's dominating.
Gotta find ways to, again, stop the interior. Make Berkeley play outside. They haven't seen much of that today. Just something different.
That'll go, and that'll bring them within 16, 62-46 with 10:30 left. DeMore. Not sure who that foul's on. It's like 15 Hines. His second foul. DeMore, no on the first one. Knocks down the second one to extend the lead to 17. Looks like Hines put it on the floor. And Allen, the big rebound. Allen splits the defense.
Beautiful.
No look to DeMore, but Hines.
That is going to be Central Penn, Berkeley ball. Wrong night.
That's shocking because Hines blocked it. Unless it caught DeMore on the way out. Trying to pick and roll there and can't find Hines. But Combs wide open for 3. That does not go. But guess what? Hines gets the rebound. Knocks Scoots over. 63-46. Just under 10 minutes remain in this contest. Can the Knights hold on Bryant?
It's going to be a big thing. Central Penn needs to make sure that they're playing smart basketball. Holding this lead is so huge.
Foul on DeMore.
That's not good because that's the second foul he just picked up in the last minute or so.
Allen back on the bench.
And I think this one's just a rest up, get ready for. He'll probably go, my guess, probably around the 7-minute mark, 8-minute mark.
Triple team, and then pretty much nobody's even taking a look at Hines at this point. And that's where I think they could fall back in this game, Brian, because they just don't have an answer for Hines. Dukes can't convert there. And it's a 15-point deficit with 8:46. Hines drives the whole way. And they're going to
Wow, Paul, another offensive foul.
Hines is just knocking people over. I mean, you can't do that either. Hines, I believe, now has at least 3. Hines now 4 fouls, Brian.
Yeah, that's not good, Paul.
He's having a seat as well. Those 2 quick offensive fouls really could be the difference here. Seconds on the shot clock. What a play. And he misses the layup. That was huge.
You don't see that very often. That was an interesting turn of events there, Paul.
Nate all the way. Almost passed it to himself. DeMore blocked.
Oh, that's going to be, yep, Berkeley ball.
Big block there from Bright.
I mean, the officials are in the front row, but from here it looked like a hit off DeMore, so yeah.
Allen back in. Al Tharfy, you know, on the score sheet, maybe he's not blowing it up, but I got to be honest with you, he has made a major role. I think he's earned himself some more playing time, especially if they're playing people that have larger centers.
Yeah, for sure.
Combs the shot, can't get it to go. Abdul in the rebound and puts it back up, can't get that to go. And it is going to be Central Penn
having a rough game today. Shots just aren't falling. Warm-ups, his shots were falling, but today they're just not falling.
He's a freshman, so he's going to have plenty of time. DeMore puts the ball on the floor and goes all the way. And Abdullin's still down. They haven't made a call yet.
I would have called a block on that.
It's like Abdullin's holding his hip. But he's back up.
It's going to be a block. Yep, I would have called a block on that.
7:33 left. Knights lead by 15. And Brian, it appears they're on their way to their first victory since November the 12th. A big game, less than 1 day, less than a week away. And then one more at Manor College. I mean, hey, if they win today and the last 2 games, they can go into the break 4-6. They would have 12 games remaining in January and February. So you get to 4-6, Brian, you got a realistic chance to get into the tournament with a hot second half.
Yeah.
You also never know, maybe some of the people who are not playing this term may be back next term. Maybe there might be some new transfer students coming in.
There's a
You
lot
just
of
never know. There's a month off. So there's a lot in play.
Yeah, there is.
That shot doesn't fall. DeMore the rebound to Nate. And they got Orr open from the outside. Now's where you're really going to start seeing the clock. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 7 minutes left in the game. The Knights lead by 17.
Yep,
they're going to get Abdul in on a foul.
Yeah, he swiped. He's simple, just a swipe there, wasn't it? That was not a smart defensive play.
I don't think Abdulin he's really, to your point, struggling.
He is.
And I think when that happens, then you just maybe make some stupid mistakes.
It's mental at this point. He's making big mistakes. The referee had to tell him, you need to calm down and just play basketball.
Misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Now the Knights in that bonus, which is key. With 7 minutes left. What a move there from Swinton. Can't get that to fall. Allen, the drive, has his pocket picked by Combs. And definitely going to get a foul on Dukes there on number 13, Raheem Swinton, the sophomore forward.
Coach Martin needs to tell the guys, Paul, slow it down. No need to try to play run and gun offense. Play smart. Relax. Let the game come to you. That's all I'm saying.
And for Berkeley, if they can't mount one of the most unlikely comebacks in USCAA history, it's going to be a long bus ride home.
It will.
And an air ball. Swinton throws up the air ball.
Gonna have a timeout.
And we will take a short break here. 6:36 left in the second half. The Knights lead 65-48. It is 6:36 left in this contest. Knights cruising here, 65-48, even with a tough game for Quadier Allen. Allen got himself 3 quick fouls and missed the vast majority of the first half. And didn't even start the second half, but has kept himself out of foul trouble, has hit a couple of big buckets, and the Knights lead by 17.
That was good. That was really good.
Allen,
not a smart play.
Blocked. And Combs can't get it to go. Bright does. And that brings it to within 15. Now you're going to see this press defense, which the Knights do not typically play well against. And a turnover. This is how things start to unravel here, Brian.
It's the right call. Right call.
6:04 in a 15-point deficit. The Knights have to hang in there. They've got their best lineup on the floor. Abdulin wide open from 3, but he can't hit it. And Allen, the big rebound, ahead to Orr. Orr to Dukes. Nice move, nice follow, but again, 1-on-4. And Tayshawn Orr.
Like I said, slow it down. They're pressing. Just gotta make sure you're.
About a little under 5.5 minutes left. A 13-point lead for the Knights, but they've got to score. I mean, they can't just go on cruise control. Allen almost with the turnover, and actually does turn it over there. And this is where you start to get concerned here, Brian.
I've been thinking this ever since we started seeing them try to go back and forth too quick. They gotta slow down.
And it can't get much easier than that from Swinton. And now it's down to 11 with 5 minutes left.
This is without the big man, Paul. Big man is not in for Berkeley.
And Allen nearly turns it over again. Or turns it over.
Nope, stays there.
Okay. That's a good thing. An 11-point lead with only 4:40 left. Who can say what's going to happen? Dukes to Orr to Allen. Nice pull-up jumper.
Good shot.
He's going to extend the lead back to 13. The steal from Demore. And Jean-Philippe, no call, not happy. Abdulin from downtown. I think his foot was on the line though. Philippe, 23 points. Dukes 15. Dukes with 17. Demore 15. Broner, number 0 for Berkeley, leads them with 13, followed by Combs with 12 and Hines with 10.
It's a 10-point game, Paul. If I'm Coach Carr, you got to be a little nervous.
4 minutes, 13 seconds left.
Yep, got to be a little concerned.
Well, Brian, it's certainly been a pleasure to get to call this game with you. We look forward to another week from this Saturday. So again, just wanted to reiterate that next week we will be back with a doubleheader at 1 o'clock here against Bucks County Community College, followed up by a ladies game on Friday, December 16th at 8 o'clock as they take on Christiana.
Yep, we're going to have a good time, Paul.
3 more games before the end of this term.
Yeah, and again, you're not going to get much better coverage of night sports than here right at the Nightly News Media Club. So just make sure you stay here, watch, read what we have, and again, stay with us and support us. That's all we ask.
An 11-point lead for the Knights. Can they hang on in the final 4 minutes? Look at Nate. 10 seconds. Demore from downtown. How they didn't call a foul on that, I have no idea, but the Knights get the rebound and a new clock. Demore, Dukes can't handle it. Ooh,
Dukes got hit.
Looks like number 1 all but plowed Dukes over. Dukes holding his knee. I cannot believe that was not called a foul. How was that not a foul? This isn't football.
Wow, that was... You saw that right away.
Oh, yeah.
You saw it right away.
And a tough situation here for the Knights. An 11-point lead and 3:36, but one of their starters down on the floor.
Yep, you saw that right away.
Dukes is up. Looks like he's able to put a little.
He's gonna need some time to.
He seems like he's doing okay. Maybe a sprain, which aren't good either,
No,
but it's
no.
better than ligament damage.
Especially with all the upcoming games that they're going to be having.
And Brian, we're certainly not doctors. We can just see that he was grabbing at his knee, and
I hope our listeners know. I mean, I'm sure they know that.
Al-Farfi is going to play a big part in this last 3.5 minutes. Played a wonderful game to this point. Again, maybe not necessarily on the score sheet, but how he's kept Hines off the score sheet is impressive.
Yeah.
But it's still within reach. So the Knights have to do a good job on the defensive end of the basketball. As we get to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Combs the shot and goes glass. And now they are down to a 9-point deficit. Now the press. Demore to Philippe, and they are running out of time. They've got to get it up, and the turnover. Great defense by Demore, but gets called, and that'll send him to the line. Demore.
It's not like he's in foul trouble as well. He's not looking good for his foul. So again, Knights just have to play smart. And again, this is without the big man on the floor for Berkeley, Paul.
I'm not sure what they're waiting for to put him back out there. I'm not going to complain, but Demore's got 3, Al-Farfi and Allen both with 4, and Duke's with 2, but he's on the sidelines after getting that interaction that he had.
Duke's, my guess is based off that we probably won't see it the rest of the night.
Though we thought the same thing about Mahmoud earlier, and she came back into the last play of the game.
And she's been, crazy enough, I was going to bring it up, she's still been at the trainer, in and out, during this men's game.
And Nate almost turns it over. Up to Orr, this is huge. Nice. Orr with a huge basket will go to the line.
That was huge. That was honest. Probably the biggest bucket of the night for the Knights.
This to make it a 10-point lead with about 3 minutes left.
Gotta make this. It's looking like we're going to probably see a timeout from Berkeley on the make.
Does not make it. Combs walks it up. Abdullah. It's an interesting lineup to have with only 3 minutes left in the game. The shot there from Combs, that'll roll. And now down to 7. The Knights have got to play solid defense or offense. Al-Farfi inside to Allen. Yes! Huge play for Allen.
Huge play there, Paul. Huge play by Allen. Good passing, though. Good passing, making the right pass. Al-Farfi, good pass down beneath. Results in the and one. So good play there. Coach Carter's be happy.
And Allen to the line for a 1-and-1. Cannot make that. A 9-point lead. Down inside. Contested shot. We're going to get Al-Farfi with the foul, and that's going to do it. Al-Farfi is fouled out of this game.
That's not good.
And with Dukes out, and now Al-Farfi fouled out, probably going to be Conti up next.
Lewis.
Okay, Lewis is going to check in. So not an ideal situation. It does look like Dukes is okay. He's giving it a try over there. So that's good. They may need him. Do not tune away. Stay tuned here for our last 2:15. This could get exciting. It's 71-63 now. Dukes will check back in. Lewis got up off the bench, came in for a second, went right back out.
Hey, again, it's exciting to see Khalil Dukes back out there because, again, scary injury, we thought. Something that could have been really severe.
And now 7-point lead. Can the Knights hold on? Dukes throws the pick. And this game has all of a sudden gotten more exciting here, Brian, with a 5-point lead. Demore, the pass to Philippe. Such a huge play, but Philippe grabs the rebound. The pass to Allen. You've got Demore open, and there's a trip. That will be Berkeley ball. Demore not happy about a missed timeout.
You gotta be careful.
A 5-point lead that's gone down from as many as 15. 1:46 left. And Berkeley has come to play today. A really, frankly, poor effort on defense here in the last few minutes. And Allen, a crucial rebound. They've got to give him some help, and they're going to...
That was the right call, Paul. He ducked his shoulder into him.
Unbelievable turn on the bench here.
I don't understand why he did that. He ducked his shoulder into the guy.
Both Allen and Al-Farsi have fouled out of this contest.
Now you're going to see a really small one. Khalil Duke's going to have to move to the 5.
Really, really tough. Well, here we are, Brian. 1 minute 27 seconds left. A 5-point lead for the Knights. Definitely not what we were saying about 10 minutes ago.
You know what, though? You had this feeling. You had a feeling this was something like this was going to happen.
We talked about the foul trouble throughout this game.
Yep. And just got to find ways to capitalize on this. Allen made the wrong play there at the end, ducking his shoulder, offensive foul. That's a very immature play, Paul. Not a good play.
Well, with that said, all the doom and gloom, we're still up by 5 points.
Yep.
Though the ball is in Berkeley's possession. Big defensive stop needed here.
Yo, make sure we box out. Watch the big man, watch big.
Minute and a half left here. Hines back on the floor, and they have Nate guarding Hines. I think Demore would probably, in a switch, probably be best. A huge rebound from Lewis. Absolutely huge. Demore going to get a foul. If that's on Hines, that's it for him. I didn't see who got the call there, but if it was Hines, that's it for him, and that would be huge for the Knights.
It would be.
Demore, a good free throw shooter.
Got to make one here. Got to make one.
66.7% on the season. And he makes it, and that's huge. One more makes it a 3-possession ball game, Brian. And with less than a minute, that's a good sign. 73-66. From long range, doesn't go. DeMoore, a huge rebound. Swinton couldn't come up with it. Excuse me, Coombs off on that three, and that could do it.
Make one here, pretty much, in my opinion, at least one, makes it much more difficult to get back into it. Number 31 is coming.
Casey.
74-66. Right inside to Hines, and that doesn't go.
That's going to pretty much wrap it up, Paul. Got to play smart here, get it off the court.
Glad to see Dukes came back from that scare earlier. I'll tell you, Brian, it was a hard-fought contest, but you have to be honest, I think it's pretty clear who the Nightly News player of the game is today.
I don't know, because last time you said it's very clear, and then I said someone different. So, I mean, like, DeMoore played very well today. Khalil Dukes played well. Jean-Philippe played very well. I mean, like, who are you thinking?
I mean, to be honest, I think not only to help get them where they are in terms of a couple really crucial.
Let me make a guess. You're gonna say Nate Jean-Philippe.
I'm gonna say Nate Jean-Philippe
right,
for the
fair
simple
enough.
fact that he had a couple of crucial plays in the first half as we go. Nate is leading all scorers in points as with 23, including 3 of 7 from long range. No free throws. Nate did not get to the line today, but also had 4 rebounds and 3 assists. So, yes, I would go with Nate Jean-Philippe, and that's taking nothing away from Khalil Dukes and DeMonte DeMoore, both with 18 points. But today's Nightly News player of the game is going to go to senior captain Nate Jean-Philippe and his 19 points average on the season. Not over yet, though. Orr gets fouled with 9 seconds left.
And good overall play here by both teams. Just, again, got to get those wins at home, Paul, and that's what they did today.
Well, a big win here to go to 2-6 on the season. But, Brian, if they could get on a little run here and get to 4-6, it's definitely still an opportunity to make the tournament, which is obviously everyone's goal.
Yeah.
A 6-point deficit, though, Orr really's got to make this, which he does. Makes it a 3-possession ball game. That is huge. And only 8 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And that's going to do it. The Central Penn Knights are victorious in both the men's and the women's game against Berkeley College, 76-69. Nightly News player of the game is Nate Jean-Philippe. I wanted to thank Blake Myers, Dalton Kohler, Kevon Davis, and Dylan Bowman, as well as my co-commentator, Ryan Christiana from the Nightly News Hall of Fame. Ryan, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you again next Saturday, my friend.
We'll see you again. Thanks for having me, Paul.
Join us back here next Saturday, and we will be here at 1 o'clock for another doubleheader. Until then, for Paul Miller and Brian Christiana, we'll see you next time on Knights Basketball.